Hello and welcome to my one-player playthrough of Petrichor by David Cherkop. Petrichor is a 1 to 4 player game. If you have the first expansion, Flowers, it is allowing you to play up to 5 people. It has the 5th player color. But in Petrichor, you are a little cloud. You move around the board, you shower and rain little rain pellets down onto the fields, and once the fields have sufficient water, then you will cause them to grow. And then after that, there is scoring happening, and the one-player game is very difficult. I've played it maybe 6 times now, and I have not won once. I've come close to winning a few times, but the neutral color always wins. Now, there must be something I'm doing wrong. Please leave a comment down below and let me know what I'm doing wrong. So without any further ado, here is the one-player playthrough of Petrichor. Enjoy. So here's the one-player setup. It's all ready to go. The opponent will be blue and I will be red. That's why we start with 2 clouds with their color and 1 with mine. Everything here is set. We have a 4, a 2, and a harvest. So that's probably not going to happen this round, but let's see. So the first thing to do is turn over the Southern Wind card. And this says that it's a sun card, so we're going to roll and see which cloud will get this droplet. So 5 would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Since there's no cloud there, we're going to keep going. 6, 7. So this cloud gets a droplet. And now there's the voting. It's 2 votes for some. So summer, or sun, is what the opponent voted for. And here is the player's turn. I have these cards in my hand. I have 8 cards to start with. So 4 frosts, 1 wind, and 3 rain. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play a frost card. And that allows me to play a cloud wherever I'd like. And I think I'm going to go for this one here on the wheat. Now the wheat scores, I have 3 drops on there. It scores 2 points, plus I get a wheat token, which is very, very valuable in the game. So that was my first part of my turn, and I get to vote now for either frost or summer. I am going to choose frost, and actually, you know what? I'm not going to vote for either. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of these points from 4 down to 3 and give myself 1 point to start. Now, for my second part of my turn, I have to play 2 cards that are the same, or up to 4 wild cards. So now I am going to decide that what I want to do is I want to rain. So I'm going to play 2 rain cards. And the 2 clouds I'm going to choose is this one here. I'm going to take up to 1 drop from that cloud. And this cloud here, I'm going to take 1 drop and place it on the tile. So that is the rain action. So now I'm going to vote. I vote for either rain or frost. And again, I think I'm going to vote for rain. Now what I should have done, thinking back, knowing that I had 2 turns and this dice said 2, I should have voted for the harvest on this dice to take it down to 1, and now I'd vote again, take it down to the harvest symbol, and I'd get a bonus point, so I'd have 3 points right now. That's what I should have done with my voting, but that's not what happened, so I don't want to go back and change this whole video, so let's just keep it live. That was my turn. Now it's the opponent's turn again. Now this is the instructions are on the back of the book. So this card means move a cloud with only neutral raindrops from a selected tile directly to the tile southeast of it. So all of the clouds are only neutral tiles, so that's fine. So for this one, it would move southeast, but since it can't go that way, it's going to go just down like that. And there is 1 vote for the wind. There we go. Now back to my turn. What do I want to do? I want to create another cloud, so I'm going to play a frost card. create a cloud, let's say here. And what I'll do is what I said last turn is I'll take the vote and choose to take one of the harvest points. And now for my second round, what I'd like to do is make it rain. So I will take the rain card and 2 other cards at random, wild cards, to make up for the second card. So now it's as if I had played 2 rain cards. And now for my second action, I am going to make it rain from this down to there, and since I can't make it rain from any other clouds, it's done, but that's okay. And now I get to vote for either rain, frost, or harvest point, and I'm going to take the harvest point. And now once I reduce it down to that, you get 1 point plus a bonus point. So that would be the end of my turn. Now for the opponent's turn. So this is add a neutral drop to the cloud on the selected tile. So let's roll for that. 4, no, so it's going to go 5, 6. Add a drop to there, no cloud overgrowth, none of that stuff. So that's that. And now the opponent votes for sun and it takes a harvest point. So it's just out of frame, but let me adjust the frame 1 second. So now the opponent has the option to vote for the sun. So it's going to vote for sunny, which is definitely going to happen. It's got 3 votes already. And it also takes a harvest point. So it's going to take a point like so. So now it's my turn. I have 1 frost card. I'm going to create a cloud here and put a drop. And now I've got a chance to vote for sun, frost, or take a harvest point. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a harvest point. I'd rather take more points so I can keep a lead above the opponent, because I find that in later rounds they get a lot of points and it's hard to catch up. So that is that. So this part here, I'm not sure if I can pass on the second part of my turn or if I have to wait another opponent turn before I can pass. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pass now. Okay, so I passed. Now, what's going to happen is that is the end of the action phase. So next we have the weather phase. And seeing as there are 3 votes for sun and 1 for rain and 1 for wind, sun's definitely going to happen, and then I get the choice of either rain or wind because it's a tie. So I'm going to choose rain because that gives me a point. So what I'm going to do is first this is going to happen in order of frost, sun, wind, and rain. Sun happens first, so that's 3 votes returned. And now for the weather phase we have sun happening, and what that is the opponent doubles their cloud drops in all clouds that they're in, and I choose 1 cloud and double the number of drops in that one. Oh, this one here has 4 drops, so it automatically becomes a thundercloud. Okay, so that was the sun weather effect. Now I'm going to choose the rain weather effect and give myself a point. I forgot to give the opponent a point here, but it's there now. And what the rain effect does is all thunderclouds on the board rain. It's not going to help me, it's actually going to help the opponent, because now they've got 3 droplets here on the wheat and it is now growing. So what we're going to do now is we check the harvest dice. After the weather phase, it's the harvest phase, there's no 3 symbols. So I take this, and the cleanup phase, I roll it. Oh look, there's a harvest, that's great. That means next round there will be a harvest. Continuing on with the decks the way they are, not shuffling, I'm going to take 8 more cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that'll be my hand. So let's take a look. We've got 2 frosts, 4 rains, and 2 winds. Still no sun, but that's okay. We're going to start the round with the opponent's deck getting started. So we turn that over and it says, remove one of your drops from the selected tile and return it to your supply. Then check if the crop is drying out. If you have no drops on a tile, it is not a valid target. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll the dice, and then I'm going to see if I have to remove one of my drops. Tile 1, right here, I have a drop on there, so I come off, and it's not growing, so it's not drying out, so that's that. Now the opponent gets to vote 1 vote for frost, and now it's my turn. What I would like to do is I would like to get some wind and blow this cloud down into my cloud. Now it has 4 drops, so it is now a thundercloud, like so. And I get to choose between wind or rain. I can't choose a harvest point anymore because they're all showing the harvest symbol. Wind or rain, I'm going to go for wind to see if I can tie the votes there, not giving a point to the opponent. For my second turn, I'm going to make it rain. And for the rain option, I get to rain any 1 drop from up to 2 clouds I am present in. So I am only present in this cloud, so I only drop 1 rain droplet down there. But now it is growing, so I can put the token there. Now I get a choice to vote from either rain or frost. I'm going to go with frost again to tie there, so that he doesn't get any points. And now it is his turn again. Well, I'm assuming it's a he. I'm just saying. This one here, you get to rain 2 drops onto the crops, and you get to vote for 2 rain votes. So you get 2 drops directly onto a tile. So let's see from where. 3, 1, 2, 3. I get 2 drops from the neutral color opponent and put them down there. So this tile is looking really good for me so far. I've got 3, they've got 2. But if this cloud drains again, then I'm in trouble. So I need to blow this cloud away as soon as I can. I am going to vote 2 of them for the rain. Oops, sorry, that's my color. Wrong color. That is the opponent's turn. Now it's back to my turn. So let's take a look what I have here. I've got 1 wind, which is exactly what I need. So I'm going to take this wind and blow this cloud this way. Actually, no, I'm going to blow this cloud down this way. Because on the potato, if you're in second place, you get more points than first place. So that was my first action, and now I get a vote for either wind or rain. I'm going to vote for wind because I don't think I can catch up to the rain there, at least not now. So that was the first part of my round, and now the second part I get to play 2 cards and perform an action, or up to 4 and perform a random action that I don't have a card for. What I want to do is I want to make it rain again, so I'm going to play the rain cards, and that lets me take 1 drop from up to 2 clouds. So I'm going to make it rain 1 there, and I don't have any more clouds, so I'm not going to do the second drop. And now I get a vote for rain or frost. I'm going to go to frost, and now I'm in the lead there, and I'm in the lead here, so I'm going to get 2 bonus rounds for voting, 2 bonus voting points. No, I'm going to get 2 bonus moves on the voting track. So that was my turn, and now for the opponent's turn, or the neutral color's turn. A mixed cloud gets moved northwest, but there are no mixed clouds, so that's an automatic point for them. I know that's kind of crappy, but that's the way it is. There's no valid target, so the opponent gets a point. And now there's 2 votes for wind. Oh boy, I was in the lead, now I'm not in the lead anymore. So for my round, what I want to do is I want to turn both of these into 1 wind. So what I do is I'm going to blow this cloud down here. And now for the wind, I get a vote between wind and rain. So I'm going to vote for wind to tie that up. And now I officially, again, I'm assuming I can do this. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to pass. So my second action does not happen. Their turn does not happen. So now we jump to the weather phase. Weather, what's going to happen? First, we're going to have wind because we have 6 votes, but it's a tie, so no one scores. So first thing that happens is wind. So let's move all these tokens back. Let me move this out of the way. And wind is slightly different in a wind is slightly different in a solo player game, because after you resolve your wind effect, which is still moving any drop from one tile to an adjacent tile, what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose to move my red drop up here. And now what happens, because it's a one-player game, every tile from here forward, so from tile 3, 4, 5, and 6, any one of my drops get moved north 1. So here, this goes up here, and now there's no other tiles with my drops. Okay, so now nothing else is growing, everything is good. We just finished the weather phase. Now we have the harvest phase. All 3 dice show the harvest symbols. Oh, nope, rewind that. The second weather phase that happens is frost. So I have 2 and they have 1, so that gives me a bonus. And frost, that means all clouds turn to thunderclouds. So let's just add this one there. And now we've got 2 thunderclouds on the board. So now we're going to go to the harvest phase. And for the harvest phase, we check any growing tokens, and we check the scoring accordingly. So here, since we have 3 drops, it's growing, and the first player gets 2 points, 1, 2, and a wheat token. So this will come to me, and player in second place gets 3 points, 1, 2, 3, and no other bonuses. So these droplets are going to go there. These 3 droplets are coming back to me, and the growing token goes back. Next, we look for the next here, and the token is on the wheat. Unfortunately, there's 4 drops, so that's enough to keep growing. First place player will get a wheat token, and unfortunately that means the opponent gets one, because they're the only drops on the tile. So these all go back there, and this goes back there, and now we are ready to start round 3. Grab the harvest dice, give them a spin. Ooh, a 3 on 1 and 2 harvest symbols, so that's pretty good. I'm going to start by dealing 8 cards to myself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's take a look. Oh, we finally have sun. Okay, so there's 2 winds, 3, 4 winds, 2 suns, and 2 rains. Okay, so we're going to make it very challenging for the opponent because we don't have any drops out there now, and since we need frost to make a cloud, we don't have one. We're probably going to use 2 of the wind ones now as wild cards to make a frost. So I'm going to play those 2 there. So the frost comes, let's go somewhere point worthy. So there, and I'm going to put a droplet in there. And now I get to vote for either frost or sun. I'm going to vote for sun. Yep, I'm going to vote for sun. For my second turn, I'm going to choose either rain, sun, or I'm going to go with sun for my second choice. So sun, that lets me put 2 drops into clouds that I have a presence in. Since I'm only in this cloud, that's the only cloud I can play into. Now I get to vote for either sun or wind. I'm going to vote for sun again, and now it is the opponent's turn. So the neutral color takes this, and this allows them to play onto 1. They get to put 1 droplet directly onto the tile, and now they vote for rain and a harvest point. So they're going to vote for rain, and they're going to take a harvest point. See what I mean? They're catching up already. This is not good. Oh, it's just off a frame. Okay, so as you can see, they're catching up. And now it is my turn again, so I'm going to look at my cards, and I am going to play a rain cloud. And that rain cloud, I'm going to take up to 2 clouds, 1 droplet out. So that one comes off there. And I get to vote for rain, frost, or take a harvest point. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a harvest point just because I want to get more bonus. And now for my second part of my turn, I am going to play the wind action. And the wind allows me to blow a cloud into another cloud. So I'm going to take this cloud and knock it into that one. You see now it's got 4 drops, so now it becomes a thundercloud. That is my turn. Now the opponent's turn. It says add a new cloud with 2 neutral raindrops to the selected tile. I am going to roll 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Since that's already a target, it goes to the next one here. New cloud with 2 neutral color drops. And the vote is 2 votes for frost. Okay, now it is my turn, and I have a rain card. So what I want to do is I want to make it rain here, one of my drops. It's still not growing, and I get to vote for rain, frost, or a harvest point. I'm going to take a harvest point and get 1 plus the bonus for it. And now we are going to move into the weather phase. So for the weather phase, this one is winning, but in order of which 2 are going to get played. I think I did this wrong earlier, so I'm going to do it now the right way. Which 2 will get played? So the 2 that are going to happen in order are sun and then rain. So sun goes first. Sun, it doubles its presence in every cloud it's in. So that's 2 more drops there, and 2 drops there, and 2 drops there. This has 4 drops. It's now a thundercloud. Okay, so that was the sun action, and I get a bonus point for that. The next thing to happen is going to be rain, so I'm going to return those vote tokens there and advance them 1. And rain says that all thunderclouds pour. So it's going to rain there. It's going to rain here. And it's going to rain here. So we've got rain droplets in. I really hate when they turn upside down, so let's fix these. Boom. Okay. So now we're going to check for growing. There's 2, so this is growing. That grew a long time ago. That should have got that drop a long, long time ago. This is here with 1. It's growing. This is growing with 4, and this is growing with 3. So that is the weather phase complete. Next, we're going to go into the harvest phase. Since we have 3 harvest symbols, we're going to harvest these points, or these fields. So here, there's a tie, so we both get the second one. So 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. We each get our piece back, and this goes back here. Next, we have this, which is the rice. This is an interesting one. If you have 1 point, it's 0, and it's on this symbol, but because it rained in the weather, it goes to this symbol. Now, I knew that already, so I had jumped to that part, but I should have put this token down like this first, and then once it rained, flipped it over like that. But I already knew that, so I flipped it, I put it down the right way. Now, each one of these droplets gets a point, so that's 4 droplets. 1, 2, 3, and we are now tied. See what I mean? They catch up quickly. Next we have Here, the potato, there's only one player with the most 3 points. So 1, 2, 3. They get all those back. This goes back here. And now the wheat, by 1, he won, and he gets another wheat token. And 2 points. 1, 2, and I get 1, 2, 3 points. And that goes back there. For the cleanup, I'm going to put this on round 4. I'm going to take these. Oh boy, that's not going to happen. Well, it will, because it's the end of round 4, so every time round 4 ends, you get a harvest. And I'm going to take 8 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And so here we have 1 frost, 4 suns, and 3 winds. Alright, so first step is for the opponent to go first. It's their last card, so this is the shuffle the deck and start over. And we're going to see the first card is sun. You're going to double a presence in a cloud, but there are no clouds, so that is 1 instant point for them. And they get to vote for the sun and a harvest point. So they're going to vote for the sun, and they're going to take a harvest point from the highest one. 3. And they take a bonus harvest point. Now for my turn, I'm going to create a cloud. Where do I want a cloud? I really need to get another wheat token to level off them. So I'm going to put it here, put a rain droplet inside of it there. And now I get to vote for frost or sun. Every weather effect on the last round that has a vote will happen. So I'm going to vote for sun just because I can tie and prevent them from getting points that way. And for my second action, I'm going to play 2 sun cards. And these cards let me put 2 droplets into up to 2 clouds, so I'm going to put both droplets in there. I get to vote for sun or wind. I'm going to vote for the wind, just because I want to make sure that everything happens at the end. I like it when all the actions happen, lots more scoring happens. So that's my second round, second action turn, second turn, you know what I mean. Okay. Anyway, so here's the player's thing. It is shuffle the deck again, so we're going to mix these up. It's hard for me to shuffle because I'm a magician, so it's not that it's hard. Oh, I just flipped the shuffle. That was great. It's difficult for me to shuffle them because I'm a magician, so I like to control cards when I do magic, so it's hard to forget where that shuffle card ends up. So we're going to flip this over, and it says 2 droplets directly onto a tile. Let's figure out where. 2, 1, 2. 2 droplets directly onto that tile, and 2 votes for rain. So officially every weather has a vote, at least 1 vote, so every weather is going to happen. That's perfect, exactly what I wanted. And now, my first turn. First part of my turn, I should say. I am going to play the sun, and I get to put 2 droplets into a cloud. I'm going to put them there, and that makes it a thundercloud because it's got 5 drops now. That's 4 at least. So there, it is a thundercloud, and I get to vote for sun or wind. I'm going to vote for wind because I want to win that point for sure. And for my second turn, I'm going to play the wind, and I'm going to blow this cloud up here, and I am going to vote for wind or rain. I'm going to vote for wind. Now it's the opponent's turn. The opponent has a shuffle the cards card. Yay! That's 3 times in a row we've had 1 round, and then shuffle the card. And here we have frost. So add a cloud with 2 droplets to tile that we rolled. 2 with 2 droplets, and 2 votes go to frost. There we go. My turn. I am going to play my wind. Okay, so this is my plan. This is good. It actually works. I'm going to play my wind, blow my cloud over here, and then that's it. And I vote for a harvest point. I'm going to go down to 2, and that gives me 1 point there. And now I am going to pass for my second round because I can't play at 2 cards. So that is the end. Since we're in round 4, this is the final of everything. So we're going to go to the weather phase. First weather, they're all going to happen, so let's just do them in order and see how many points the opponent's going to get. So they get a bonus here. They get nothing here, it's a tie. I get points for this, and they get points for that. Okay, first weather effect to happen is frost, so all clouds become thunder clouds. That's fine, that one's already a thundercloud. Next thing to happen is sun. I get to put 2 drops into a cloud that I'm in. So this makes that cloud 7. It's almost ready to explode. And they get to double their numbers in all their clouds, so that's 4. Next we have wind. I'm going to choose to blow 1 droplet. That's the only one we have down. I'm going to blow it this way. And then the opponent would have blown one of mine on each of these tiles up, but I don't have any, so we're okay. Next we have rain. Rain makes all thunderclouds rain. Now we check for growth. Here we have growth. Here we have growth. We have nothing there because it needs 2, but it only has 1 droplet. So, next phase is the harvest phase because it is the end of round 4. So harvest phase here, the opponent gets 2 drops. So the opponent here gets 4 points. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's clear these up. And now here I get 2 points. Alright, so rain here. No. So here there's at least 3 drops, that's why it's growing. This was only me, so I get 2 points. But I get one of these, which is exactly what I needed to neutralize them from getting tons of bonus points at the end. So this tile is now not growing anymore because that was the last one to score. Now we're going to zoom in on the scoring board here. We both get 14 bonus points. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 14. And they get 14 as well. 24 plus 14 is 38. The opponent wins with 38 points. I lose with 33 points. But it's not about winning or losing, it's about having fun. And Petrichor is a really, really fun game. Especially the one-player game. It is quite entertaining and difficult. And now for cleanup. I wish I could just go and it would all disappear, but that doesn't happen. So let's do this the right way.
Yep.